everybody, it's V, back for another one. This time I got Abby. And I moved back a little bit because I watched the last video. My head kept getting cut off, so I moved back. All right. I'm doing the second part of the Elemental Foundations tag, created by Star at the Wild Witch. And we're going to do air today. What? What? You don't want to be part of this? No. Just so you know, if you hear her growl, she's not mean. That's just the way she talks. She is a cursor. I think that's what you call them. She's completely relaxed. Sometimes she purrs, but she'll growl at the same time. She's very strange. But, oh, stop it. Stop it. See that face? Does that look like an angry cat? No, she's just weird. Anyway, let's get on with the air tag of the Elemental Foundations. The air part of the Elemental Foundations tag. I'll get it right eventually. Again, the head's not working. It's not connecting with my mouth. What? What? Let's see what our first question is. In what ways do you feel the presence of air elemental energy? Lots of ways. Right now, it's in the growling of my cat. Do you want to get down? Do you want to get down? I love you. I love you. See, she's blinky. She's blinky, but she's growly. Okay, I'll put you down. Let me get to the video. Okay, just so you know, if you just come into my channel, I don't edit. I just go. All right. So, what ways do I feel the presence of air elemental energy? Lots of ways. I would probably think I was watching some of the other videos, and Star was mentioning the music. Do we need to continue? Rock and roll mystic, but anyway, I jest. No, I'm actually a vocalist. I sang opera for like 15 years. I haven't done much of anything. I was in a metal band for a few years as a background singer and a bass player. But what I do almost daily is I sing. And I would probably think that music is probably my main grounding source. It is the one thing that I have relied on my entire life to bring me back to a space of peace. The one I'm, my autistic side, well, when it comes to music, I'm not one of those people that will listen to the same song over and over and over again, but I will listen to the same artist for years. I currently, right now, I don't know if you can hear it. I turned it down so I wouldn't get like copyright pinged, but I listen to no matter where I am, whether at my mom's house or whether I'm here. I have the Icelandic band Arstíðir playing 24 hours a day. 36 or 36, 365. So 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It is playing on the TV. And the reason why I do that is I don't know what it is, whether it's the frequency that's in the music, but Arstíðir is the one band that can bring peace to my heart when I'm in like a massive meltdown. And so I play it all the time. So it keeps me pretty stable. The other thing I do is when I'm in my car, I have to play music to focus. So I have been probably for the last year, every time I'm in my car, I'm playing Shinedown. And if any of you guys are fans of Shinedown, um, you know the music has a lot of power in the lyrics. Brent Smith is a lyricist first, and his his words and their music is basically what is getting me out of burnout. Um, so I would say that would be the main thing. Um, how I feel the presence of air is through music and through frequencies. When I go to sleep, I'm playing a frequency. I choose frequencies for what I need. If you remember my last video, I said I had surgery this past week on my back, and I have been playing. I have these headphones that I can wear to bed, and I've been playing 174 hertz frequency for pain relief every night I go to bed. And depending on whether I'm sick or whether I'm having back pain or whether I need calming or whatever, I'm always using a frequency. When I had COVID back in November, and it hit me really hard. So what I did is I kept playing. My headphones were on me all the time, and I was playing um, frequencies to help with congestion, frequencies to help with sinus stuff, frequencies to help with coughing and inflammation in the lungs, and it got me through. So those are probably the main ways that I feel the presence of air. I'm also, unlike Star, I know she was, if you check out her videos, when she was talking about air, she says she hates fan air. Me, I cannot not have a fan. I have fans blowing on me during every season. I can't. It's the sound of the air, the feel of the air. I like. I if my fan is not on when I'm sleeping, it's hard for me to sleep because I'll either get too hot or I have tinnitus in my ears. So either my tinnitus will keep me up all night, because silence does not exist when you have really bad tinnitus. But fans, 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 fans. I got a fan in my office, a fan in the bathroom, a fan next to my bed, a fan right here. I have fans everywhere. No, but I got that on top of everything. But yeah, no, fans, 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 fans. So that's kind of the way that I'm going to answer this next question, because it's in what ways do you invite air element into your day-to-day life? Fans. I can't not have a fan. And when I take a shower, I have to have a fan on me, especially in the summer, because I can't shower without a fan. Because for some reason, something in the shower, I don't know whether, because I don't take hot showers. I take like lukewarm showers. But if it's really humid out, I can get lightheaded unless I have a fan on. If I have a fan on and the air is circulating around me, I'm able to manage, the heat or anything like that. So that's probably how I invited that, and music, because like I said, music is playing in my house. Frequency is playing in my house 24 hours a day. Third question: how does air influence your intellect, communication, or the flow of your ideas? Okay, well, that's is interesting because there are some times with this ADHD brain gets out of control, and when I'm trying to do my radio show or I am trying to focus, I actually have to put in a frequency that helps with focus and concentration. And it doesn't always work, but it works more times than it doesn't. So that is um, probably the one way to help with the flow of ideas. Now, communication, music, lyrics is kind of how I communicate things um, just daily. Like, I'll just sit there and quote a phrase of a song, or I mean, like, I'm not those annoying people like that can just everything they say is a song lyric from like the 80s. That's not me. But I can tell you almost every song that I hear that was around my teenage. I know about 90% of the words and I can sing it all the way through. Um, but my whole life has been defined by music. From when I was a little kid, there are songs that remind me of when I was 4. There are songs that remind me when I was 8. Songs that remind me when I was 12, and just so on and so forth. Um, and I have in my past relationships, music has been the way that I transfer my emotions to another person. Um, Now, as far as intellect, I think Shinedown is what has helped me um, reprogram up here and to get through this burnout mode. There's a lot of songs that I almost feel like that he's singing to me directly, and that's the magic of his music because you can listen to his music and his lyrics, and there's going to be a song that you relate to on a visceral level. Um, so yeah, that's kind of how it influences my intellect, communication, and flow of ideas. Next question, question number 4. In what ways do you integrate air energy into your spiritual practice? This I don't know if I've really utilized it in I you know what? I think, correct me if I'm wrong. Leave it in the comments if I'm getting this wrong. But I am an incense freak. I love Nag Champa. I will use that to cleanse my crystals. I use that to cleanse the space. I use that to cleanse my jars. I use that to cleanse everything. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that incense is related to the air element. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But if it is, that is how I integrate it into my spiritual practice because my Nag Champa incense is it's everything for me. It's protection, it's cleansing, it's it's also one of the few incenses that I have been able to burn and it doesn't affect my cats. There are some that do. I burnt Palo Santo incense, and my one cat got pancreatitis like right after. So I had to stop burning Palo Santo. And keep that in mind because I know Palo Santo is a big thing. Make sure your animals are not in the areas where you're cleansing because Palo Santo, especially with cats, can, you know, wreak havoc on their systems and cause pancreatitis because they cannot process those molecules. But anyway, tangent. But yeah, that's how I integrate air energy into my spiritual practice. Next question. Have you ever felt disconnected from the element of air? If so, what practices help you restore that bond? Honestly, I probably could use it more in my spiritual practice, but as a musician and as a person who will go to frequencies and music first, I don't think that I am wired in a way that would disconnect me from air. If that makes any sense. Between the fans and the music and the frequencies and the incense, I would probably say air and earth are my two main elements that I utilize in my life. Like regular life, not just my magical life, but like my life in general. Um, all right, so next question. What wisdom have you gained from working with the air element? What wisdom? I don't know. Except for the fact that music expands my mind. I don't know if it's a particular wisdom, but it expands my consciousness. The frequencies expand my ability to heal. Um, and maybe the more I work with the frequencies, the more I learn about frequency healing, because there are, like, every organ in your body vibrates at a particular frequency. Now, I don't know if frequency could be the same as the air. Um, Most of the frequencies I listen to do have that music element to it, but I don't know. Let me know if you think. I think that a frequency would be considered air. Um, but a lot of people don't work with frequencies like at its bare minimum. I think when my cat had pancreatitis, I played the frequency that matched a healthy pancreas, and it actually helped. So there's no music involved, it was just the frequency. But I still consider that air. So, all right. So, in what ways do you bring qualities of air into your living space? I think I've answered that question. Incense, music, fans. Air is very present in my house, and of course, there is the odd day that it's a nice day and the window gets opened, and then we have a ceiling fan in the dining room, and that'll help the air. Air is comforting to me. So I will do anything I can to bring that into my space. All right, last question. Wow, this one went fast. Last question. Is there a new air inspired practice you're eager to explore? I would like to do, now I think this would fall into this. I would like to do weather magic. I would like to be able to be an airbender. And I'm not really that much of a nerd, but I did watch I did watch the last Airbender movie years ago. And I like the idea of being able to manipulate the elements like that. And be able to, like, cloud bust and, say, I want a sunny day, and clouds part. I would probably like to get into weather magic a little bit. Yeah, that is probably the one thing that I'm eager to explore. I even got a book for my birthday on weather magic, so I should probably crack the binding on that. Not a big reader, if you remember. I have a giant library of unread books, which I use as reference books. Anyway, all right, so that is the air element. Um, and you had my cat, who's now in her bed right now. She was a guest on my show. Uh, all right, I'm just being goofy now. It's late. All right, I will see you in the next one. Bye.